Okay, it looks like my record might have been interrupted. Okay. Okay, it looks like my record might have been interrupted, so um, just in case that was interrupted, I just want to say one more time, I'm Delaina Burns, and this is Live with Prima, and today I am creating this pretty little album using Prima's May special delivery kit. Um, so just so we don't have to start completely over, just to let you know we're doing that. And so far we have worked ahead on our cover, and we're using the actual little wood ATCs that are included in the kit. And I've sprayed these with a little tea stain bloom spray. These were actually sprayed one time with some tea stain bloom spray. And then I went back and got some blue turquoise stone and just a dark brown. This is knotted wood, so any brown that you have will do. And I just sort of stamped a little color on my little non-stick pad here. I sprayed a little water and just went in a few areas just around the side and added a little bit of the blue. You can see that. I added a little blue and then went in and added a little of the brown as well, kind of the dark brown. And same thing for my top piece here. You'll get the ATCs in two sizes, a 4x6 and a 3x4. So for this one, I went in and I covered the entire thing first with the tea stain, and then went in with a little blue on my center here, and also a little bit of brown, just kind of accented the outside and the inside for that really pretty color, and popped it up on a piece of cardboard. And I'm going to make this the center of my cover. I've already punched holes in my 4x6 piece here. Um, okay, I've already punched holes in my 4x6 here, and my holes are punched 1.5 inches from each end. So that's how, and you can use any heavy duty hole punch. Your crocodiles will work to punch holes here. And I also used for these sheets, this little wood piece fits right in and punches, so you can use the Tim Holtz punch as well. So I want to go ahead and move on, and just kind of repeated that because our record seemed to sort of blink on me. So kind of go in and add some glue. I'm using my Fabri-Tac glue to add there, and I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's lay our glued piece there. I wanted to show you what I started to show you are my little fussy cut pieces that I cut from this actual ATC pad that is included in the special delivery kit from May. This is Time Travelers collection, but you can see there's lots of little um, shapes in here, little pieces that I was able to fussy cut and use for my album. So I did that ahead. So what I'm going to do is grab this piece here first, and I want to use it on the cover of the album. So I've got that all cut out. Now I'm just going to stamp a little ink on the edge of it, and you can see I'm using the dark brown. Any dark brown, black color will do. You just want those edges dark. Just going to kind of pounce that on there. And what I'm going to do is just center this. Kind of want your little clock section at the bottom here, and I just want to kind of center that right about there, just right in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is add a little glue to the back of this. Add a little more glue. Okay, and I hope y'all are still able to see me and hear me and everything okay. I knew I was going to have a little bit of internet problem today. For some reason, the internet has been giving me a little problem, or it may even be Ustream. I think Ustream's had some troubles too. So, let me get back on camera. So I'm just kind of gluing this down to my actual cover here. And you can see I kind of covered up my holes when I did that. So I'm going to grab my, before the glue is really adhered here, I'm going to slide my wood over, and I'm going to, from the back so I can see through, I'm going to punch that out You can always go back with just a little file or something and have to kind of blow in that to get that out, just so that you can see your holes. And then we'll slide it back over, back into position. We just want to be able to see our holes there so we can add our rings later. Okay, so there we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to definitely get the cover done, and I'm going to touch on the basics of the album. If there are a few things that I have left that I've missed for the inside, I'll add pages, page photos to my blog, and y'all can go over and check it out on my blog, because we still got a good 35 minutes, so we're still rocking and rolling here, so we're good. Okay, what I'm going to do next is grab the flowers that I used for my cover. I used these. I used some of the metal. Move this stuff out of my way. I used a few of these. I used a few of the rub-ons. I used the vine. And what I do want to do really quick while I'm thinking about it, I've lost a little bit of my text, so I want to grab my brown ink again and my stamp, and just going to add just a little bit of ink there and just touch across the bottom, and then add a little more ink and kind of touch it across the top, just so I can see that, script. Okay, that works for me. Okay, first thing I'm going to add here, look at all these gorgeous embellishments. This is one absolutely wonderful kit. It is loaded with all sorts of beautiful things. So I'm going to stretch this vine out a little bit. Love this vine. I'm going to actually cut. You can see right down here I've got two flowers just with this end here. So I'm going to kind of open that out, and I'm going to snip that pretty close, but so that I don't separate that, and then kind of pull that back together up there. So I can use this in another place in my album. So lay that to the side, and this is going to kind of be the accent piece on the front of my album. And I know there's two of these. Normally you kind of like 3 flowers. I like the idea that one was large and one was small, and I am going to fluff those up. It's got to be fluffy. And you see how perfectly that fits right there. Love that. Want to grab my metal trinkets here. Are these not absolutely beautiful? Look at how pretty those are. Open this up. There's got to be something dangling. Got to have a little dangle when you've got these metal pieces like this, and they're like little charms, so they go on really well. We're going to use those other two inside the album. So what I want to do is just for this one here, I'm actually going to grab a jump ring. Yeah, I have my jump rings in this little container here. I'm not sure where I got this container. These are Prima's little jump rings. So just grab a jump ring. And I'm using kind of a larger one because, and you know what I forgot to do is, oh no, never mind. I didn't forget to do it because I'm going to use this. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's I want to roll this up a little bit more. Let's just kind of give that a little bit more of a closed little roll there. Pretty that up just a little bit. Kind of push it up. So what I'm going to do is run my jump ring. You don't have to go through all of these, but just add your jump ring right to the end of your little flower there. And then I just pinch it up with my Tim Holtz scissors. These scissors will actually cut these if you need it to be cut as well. Just be careful not to cut your finger. And I just kind of smash it. Probably need to get some pliers for this. It'd probably be a little safer to use pliers, but the scissors work so well. And you can see we just have a little dangly charm. Lovely. So we have our charm. Just going to kind of bring this over so I can remember what I did. I'm going to add a little glue just to the stem of my flower. Grab some glue. I'm going to lay this down. Let our little charm dangle. It's going to kind of be floppy off the bottom. Then I want to grab these flowers here. I'm going to use this one, but I'm not going to use the little banner. I'm actually going to reserve the banner. I'm just going to pull it away. I'm going to reserve the banner for inside the album. So I'm just going to kind of put it back inside the package. Just reserve that. Add a little glue. I need something kind of up at the top. I wanted to move a little color around up at the top, so add that one there. And it's going to slide around for a minute, but that is the beauty of having the Fabri-Tac, because you have some time to play with it and move it and get it where you want it. And if you slide it and you have a little bit of Fabri-Tac showing, it dries very clear, so it's not going to be a problem. Let's move our jump rings out of the way. Next thing I want to add are a few of these flowers here. Love these. I'm trying to see. These are the sugar blooms, and I loved the sugar blooms in every color. They were made in lots of colors, and I love them in every single color. So I want to pull that blue up, because you know we do have that little bit of blue kind of peeking through in a couple of places. So I wanted to add some blue. That was kind of the reason for adding the blue. So let's add a little blue, and I want to spread these out, and kind of, this particular one, I want to kind of smash it up, because I want these to fit together really well. So I'm going to kind of add these toward the bottom, and I want to kind of push those in so that they fit really well. I like to kind of shape them more like nature. They don't have to be little perfect rose shapes. They can be smished and squashed and whatever makes them kind of work out. So I put a little glue on that one. Then I'm going to kind of put the glue on both of these and kind of just spread it around so that these are actually glued together. Grab your leaves and pull your leaves up. I may need to go a little closer so y'all can see what I'm doing. You see that? I'm just kind of manipulating my little bouquet here. I like it to be a little natural looking, and I want to cover up the end of my, raise that flower up just a little, just to give it, you want to have a really full, but a really kind of a natural look. I seem to want to draw everything down. I want everything to be kind of, I don't know what the word would be, but I kind of want it all to kind of drift downward, as if it's falling. Got that there. Next thing I want to add is our really pretty metal flower here. That's just going to, and again, the Fabri-Tac works wonders. So it's going to glue this metal flower down wonderfully. I'm going to add that right about there. We just want it kind of peeking out as kind of part of our bouquet there. Got that there just like that. Next thing I want to add are these pretty rub-ons, and I'm going to show you what I do with rub-ons. I like everything dimensional. A lot of times with the rub-ons, if I've left them in my car or whatever, if they've gotten heated up and they're not coming off and sticking well, I'll powder them, and I can cut them straight off the little cellophane paper that they come on. But if not, then I like to rub them onto acrylic. This is just some old packaging from, I don't remember, from something that I received in the mail, I'm sure, a package of something. And I save all my packaging so that I can do things like I'm fixing to do. So I'm going to take out my rub-ons. And again, I want that blue color. So what I want to do is go in, and I like to just kind of cut out, the pieces that I want. So the first thing I want is this little butterfly here. So I'm going to grab this butterfly, You can see I'm just going to cut around, and I'm going to drop it right down. Be careful not to touch your finger too much to them because they will come off on your fingers. And then I want to cut down without, try not to cut my other pieces. I want to grab this larger butterfly with that blue color in him as well. So grab that one, lay it down. So what I want to do is grab my, if I can find my, I need to find my tool that I rub-ons on with. Where are you? I don't see it, so I'm just going to use this. Wait a minute, my screen's gone dark. Okay, can y'all still see me and hear me okay? I think it just went to sleep. So what I'm going to do is just rub this off onto this acrylic. Hold this down. Rub this one off onto the acrylic, and this one, oh, I moved it. Well, darn, I moved it, so I smeared my butterfly. Let me grab the other one real quick. So that is a that is an embarrassing thing to do on camera. Don't pull and tug at your rub-ons. Hold them still, or you'll ruin them. Let's try it again. I wanted the larger one. I'm going to hold it down with my finger, and I'm going to rub. I'm not going to shift it. I'm not shifting it. Okay. Be very careful with your rub-ons. Okay. So we've got him, and I think I can still salvage him. I may add a little color to him and salvage him later, but so then what I'm going to do is just go in and cut these out, and they will be dimensional little butterflies. So I'm just going to really quickly, and since they're acrylic and you can't really see through them, or you can actually see through them, you don't have to worry about being exact. Just kind of cut it out, kind of quickly chop away and get that out of there. And get just a little closer because I'm going to bend this. And what you can do is just kind of bend this a little so that it appears to almost be in flight. Grab this other one, do the same thing. Fussy cut, fast. These are quick to do. Okay, sorry, I'm getting another text. I keep thinking that's Carrie, but it's not. It's, I don't know who it is. Somebody wants me. They're going to have to wait till the show's over. Okay, let's go. And this one's a little smaller, so my nails are a little bit in the way. Okay, so you can see we have another dimensional butterfly, and just want to kind of bend him in the center, kind of pop him up. Just do away with our mess here. Just throw that in the floor. I'll get that later. And what I'm going to do is add just a little Fabri-Tac to the back of these. Just add just a touch of Fabri-Tac, and I'm going to pop these up just on the little flower here. This one, just going to kind of right there on my flower. Can you see where I added it? You see it right there, and it just brings that blue color up. We like that triangle of color, you know, so makes our eyes happy. So thank God for gel nails. They doesn't hurt the Fabri-Tac removes regular nail polish. So gel nail, it does not come off with Fabri-Tac, thank goodness. Okay, so you can see we just added those two little butterflies kind of in flight, just on the leaf and kind of on the flower. Just makes it really full. And last thing I want to do is grab our little bird. I used the bird as well. I'm not going to worry about cutting him away. I'm just going to rub him from here, rub him off with his entire leaf. I'm kind of playing Russian roulette here doing this because the rest of it could possibly stick. So I just want to do him really quick though because I want this leaf and this bird. So let's get him. Okay. We didn't get all of our leaf. Let's lay it back down and get the rest of our leaf. Just about like so. Okay, there he is. Okay, then we want to chop him out really quick. I was actually going to do this before the show, and then I thought, well, if I do this, I'm not going to be able to show you the whole kit. And so I didn't, and then when you get in the middle of it, you're like, why didn't I cut that out ahead? So what I'm going to do first here is separate the bird from the leaf. Cut the bird first. Then I'm going to cut the leaf. Just really quickly. Not even going to worry about that stem. I just mainly want this leaf. And I'm doing this so fast, y'all can see. Not taking a lot of pains with it. So what I'm going to do is add this leaf, just add a little glue. I'm going to add this leaf just under my leaf here. Just right about there. You kind of see. I added it just under that leaf. And then my little bird, I'm going to add some glue just to the bottom, kind of under his little feather. And then I'm going to tuck him kind of inside my flower here. You can see, I'm just going to tuck him right there, kind of inside my flower. Right about there. Okay, so you can kind of see. Okay, so the last thing I want to do for our cover is add some little bling pieces. It's just, everything's got to have some bling. So let me locate them. We want to add these really pretty little heart-shaped bling pieces. Again, these are in the kit. Absolutely adorable. They match perfectly. I'm going to reserve this packaging here because I'm going to use this packaging inside. I love Prima's packaging to use on the inside. So I'm going to grab, of course y'all know I grab these with my little scissors. So just want to kind of grab these, and I actually want to start with a small one kind of at the top here. Let's spread our little Then we want to add a larger black one. We've got a small black heart, then a little bit larger black heart right about here. Then I want to go in with kind of this copper color. Use one of the small ones. Kind of add a copper one there. And then I think I'm gonna fill this little area in by kind of moving my leaf around and over. Let's do that. Let's just do some of this. Just want to kind of move that around. I need that little area, so I sort of moved that leaf and bent that down just to kind of move that there. You see, because I wanted a little bit more on this side. Just on second thought when I kind of was looking at the design there at the end. And I want to grab another small copper. Put it right about here. Right about there. And I want to add a larger one. And these were popping off pretty easy, but it's hard to do with my fingernails. Let's see if I can do it. Just want to kind of lay one of the larger ones down right about here. And again, y'all know me, I want it all going down. And then on this other side here, I just want to add one of the larger black ones. Just kind of place it right inside there. It's going to be kind of hard to see on camera, but move my leaf up just a little bit. It's be kind of hard to see on camera, but in person visually, it just makes that kind of kind of balance going across the page there. So kind of want to do it like that. So that is my cover. That is all we're going to do to the cover. We'll see how much time we've got. And we got about 15 minutes. So what I want to do is just kind of show you how I've assembled the inside of the album. The ATC cards have lots of shapes and pieces, and they are 4x6s as well. So they fit on these wood veneers perfectly. And also I've cut this chipboard down to 4x6. So what I've done on the back of each one of my veneers, they've all been sprayed with the tea stain bloom spray. And I've done the same thing with all of these pages. I've gone in to the outside with the dark brown ink. I've added just a little bit of ink. Same concept. You want to kind of pull that ink in so you can kind of go in and add a little more to the inside, and then go back with your paintbrush and actually pull it in. I'm just going to show you real quick just kind of how to prepare your pages. These are really done simply. I've just layered a few papers, and the coloring of the wood is kind of the main thing, and the cover is kind of the main thing that I wanted to go over as far as the album goes. I think y'all can kind of look at my photos later, and I'll give a few more details when I add this. I'll try to get that up on get it up on my blog by tomorrow, with a few more details so that you can recreate this inside. But I've still got my paintbrush here, so let's just add a little water. And what I'm going to do is just kind of go in and pull that color, just kind of pull that color in just a little with my paintbrush, just with a little bit of water, in and in and in. You can kind of see it's just distressing it just enough. You can also go back with a couple of other colors of the bloom spray. This is Lime Wedge, and I'm just going to give it a couple of squirts with the Lime Wedge and go in again with a lot of water. I like the Lime Wedge with these actual papers as well. And you can see I'm just adding colors. If it's not spreading enough for you, you can actually spray it straight on with the water and then just spread that out. I'm going to start getting my pieces of paper wet here, so then take a paper towel and just go in, and you can just kind of see it's just kind of distressing, and you're getting a few drips and pieces on that. If you want to actually go in and accent the actual word itself, you can do that. Add a little bit of the blue into the water here, just mix it in, and then just kind of go just to the word love here and add your blue. And then you've got a little flower here you can add, just, and I'm just kind of dabbing this, just not really exactly being real precise there. And again, go back with water and then just give it a good wipe, and you can see that just sort of accents the word just a little bit more. So you can use your water and use your ink and just kind of get the look that you want. I kind of want that spread out just a little bit more, I think. Kind of liking that blue. Just like that. And when you're done, once you feel like you've got enough color added, go back in and just add a little more tea stain just to bring your shine back, and just give it a little wipe with your paper towel. And that is sort of the look that I'm going for there. Y'all can kind of see. So that's what I did with each one of them. I just did the ink and the color bloom spray along with the water, and it made those veneer pieces look really pretty. You can go back in if you want. You've got your stamp in your kit. You can add the stamp and just make those pages really pretty. So behind the actual pages, I went and added the ATC pages. So you can see I just kind of was able to center these, and with my Fabri-Tac glued these on, and just glue these right on. Make sure we're going in the right direction here, side to side. And they are a pretty close fit. If you do have a little bit of white showing, you can go back with your craft knife and cut those little pieces off. And I'll show you real quick. Just kind of lay those down on your little cutting pad here, and just really close, just sort of cut those away. I'm terrible with the knife. That is one thing that I've never mastered, are these cutting knives. Oh, I did pretty good. Good, I did pretty good on camera. So you can see, you can kind of cut those away. Then grab your dark ink and go in and give that a good ink all the way around. Ink that down well. You're going to have your holes to punch here. So what you'll want to do is go back with your Crocodile. I always have to get this little, have to be able to see, so I have to get this little remnant out. So just go back over your hole you've already made. Sometimes you can just blow it out, but sometimes it's stubborn. Okay, so then your page is ready to go. You've got your back decorated and your page is ready to go. And what I'm going to do on the blog is I'm going to show you each individual page that I've made. So I kind of want to show you on my cover just sort of how I did some of these little pocket pages here. Grab one of your ATCs here. Let's see which color we might want to use. Grab this one. Oh, my book's coming apart. Grab this one and add a little Fabri-Tac. Add a little Fabri-Tac. Get it on there. Alright, we'll go in and cut our edges away. Move this stuff out of the way so you can see what we got going on here. I'm making a mess. Add a little ink to our edges all the way around. We want to ink it. Make sure we cover up those little white edges. So what I've done here is I've taken the little ATC 3x4 card there, and I wanted to create just a little pocket for a little note card or something to be able to go in and be sure that we're in the right position up. I've already actually colored this. So what I'm going to do is not put glue in the middle. I'm going to drop everything in the floor. I'm going to add a little glue just to 3 sides. I'm going to leave this left hand side open. So I'm going to add glue just to 3 sides. So you can see I've got this right here with no glue. I'm going to kind of lay this down just in the center. Put that right there in the center. We need to go back in with our little hole punch here real quick before that dries. Get our holes punched. Make sure we got our little holes punched there. I'm going to go in just on 3 sides. And what I've done is I have used several different actual label punches, and I've punched little labels and things that can be used for little extra cards, little extra note cards, or you can add photos to these. But you can see I've just used little die cuts and cut lots of these out. Also, you still have these fussy cut pieces that you actually cut from the ATC card. So what I did to actually make this one, I cut this in half because I kind of wanted this shape to sort of come out from the side of the album. So you could use any one of these shapes to kind of nest in there just as an extra little photo, or like I said, a little journaling, just anything that you like. But what I did was I glued this together, just chopped it in half, glued it together, and then I just sort of cut it down just enough that it would fit inside that little, and you want to neat this up, just kind of cut it there, and with a little ink, just kind of go all around. And this is just going to fit right inside, and you see there's no glue on that one side, so this will just be able to slide in and out. You can leave this one just as decoration, just because it's going to kind of show to the outside of your album, and I just kind of like that idea. And you could actually slide another little note card in. You could actually slide just another little note card in there. Just, however you want to do it. If you want to put a lot more thickness in there, you could add a little piece of cardboard on 3 sides all the way around. That gives you a little bit of a pop-up to have a little bit more room in there to do that. But you can see that just adds to your card, because that's going to kind of show to the outside and give a little more interest to your album. So all of these were made from just little labels. This is a Spellbinders label. This is a Spellbinders label. This is probably Spellbinders as well. I have tons of different little label maker dies. Another thing I've used on the inside of the album that I will show you is a little punch. I've punched the edge of a few papers. You can punch the edge, and I'll show you that. I'll have a photo of that on my actual blog of each individual paper, and I'll just kind of go through the album and show you individually what I've done. Also, you can, just at the top of your wood here, you can add a hole. Just use your crocodile, punch a hole, and with a little jump ring, you can add a jump ring and the other little charms that you have in the album as well. So you can just kind of see I've used just a rectangle piece of paper with the packaging and a flower for that page. Just really simple. This is the page. I just cut a rectangle piece, and then I added glue just to one side of these little decorative strips, and that way you can add layers. You can add a pocket. You've got a little pocket there, and you've also got a little pocket there, so you could add 2 of these labels there for pictures and journaling and whatever you might want to add. So you can just kind of see that just sort of goes in right there, and then you can do one in behind, one larger. Here's my little saying here: perhaps this very instant is your time. This was included in the kit with a little flower, just really simply done. This is just the wood. I did do a little rub on there with a flower with one of the little banners that says us. I punched a hole here and just added this little 3x4 with a piece of paper on the back to add a photo or journaling. Just a rectangle piece of paper with one of my little labels. Another little fussy cut rub-on to acrylic with a flower. Another one of my fussy cut pieces from the ATC pack with the 3 sides glued down with a little opening for additional little pocket pieces, flowers. So you can see, just really simply done. This I just simply punched a hole kind of under the flower there through the wood veneer, and added my jump drive with my other little charm, and just a real simple fussy cut little ATC piece with a flower. another little wood veneer, and then the remainder of my vine, I've just adhered to the back of the album here with just a little fussy cut piece with some pretty striped paper. And these jump rings I actually painted with some black gesso and then dabbed it off a little so that it looks a little messy and tied on some really pretty black ribbon just to kind of accent the edge of the album. So I'll have, like I said, I'll have pictures and individual measurements on my blog so you can see exactly. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and pan back up. And I think we're probably pretty close to time. Get y'all back up. So let's see what time we got. Let me see, and if I can see. Hey, Shannon, I see Shannon. 1 minute to spare. So I did good. I did good. We got the cover in, so you can see this is our finished. This is our finished product, and you can see I love. Don't you love how the little charms just kind of dangle from the bottom? But anyway, that's it. Y'all don't forget to join us Thursday night while Miranda does her gorgeous dream catchers. I'm really anxious for that show. I think they're beautiful, and I want to see exactly how simple they are to make. We'll see. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and I will see you in a few weeks. I'll be doing a memory book album on the 9th. So I'll be back with y'all pretty soon. So till then, y'all have a great week. Bye.